Oh, hi. Again. It's me. On the same day as all the other ones. Um I'm this time I'm going to be going over my song Leaf, which had really positive response, which was really cool. Thanks for being so nice to me. This is another one that I wrote live on Twitch. I would like to thank particularly Trip from the Schmorgel Discord for assisting with a fun little time change that we did in this little section here. And for the whole, pretty much this whole rest of the song was just time change. We decided to go for like a dark synthwave situation after a very different beginning, which it was going to be like a fun little like math rock adjacent, like soft math rock situation. And it just, we decided to go a different way with it. So we're going to start off just real quick, hopping in with the acoustic guitars with no effects on it. This is what it sounded like. Made those louder, compressed them, EQ'd them, got them sounding really nice the way I wanted. Threw a tuner on it because I just wanted it to sound a little bit off. And then I'm going to turn the music part down a little bit while I talk over it because that might save us some time. You know, I said this in Mushroom King. I threw the drip on there thinking it would be a funny joke because anyone that produces music knows that Kyle Beats the drip is like a waste of money because you can make all of these. It's basically just effects that everyone already has in their DAW, which is your digital audio workstation, which is this whole like whatever program you're recording in. Everything that you need to make these noises is already part of your DAW. It's just going to take you more steps to get it. You're probably going to get something better if you do it yourself and take the time. I'm not going to take the time. Anyone who knows me knows that I am the kind of person that writes in short, very intense, like 72-hour bursts and then never touches a song again because I have ADHD. So I threw the drip on there. It just added exactly what I wanted. And I did it as a joke and it worked out. And it's always, as I always say, it's a pleasant experience when I throw the drip on there as a joke and it works out. EQ'd the whole thing, took out some of the low end to get the streaky, my calluses catching on the string sound out. Just threw a little mix down on there to give it a little beef to it. And this is the guitar part that we ended up with. And this automation lane here, which is the drip, this little purple line here, you can see that as it lowers here, you're going to hear the guitar change from being hyper affected to being minimally affected. And so that's where the guitar becomes closer to the original acoustic with a little bit of that tasty little ear candy in the background. And then we have, we added some piano to it because I am a sucker for piano. So this was the intro line. And then we got to this little chord situation that was just really fun, so fun to write. And I wrote my harmonies on the piano. I couldn't come up with vocal harmonies, so I wrote them out on the piano first. So these are the vocal harmonies, and I ended up keeping them as piano lines. I'm using hybrid keys again. I'm obsessed with this tone. I did this like ARP with, again, the drip because I thought it was going to be funny. And it sounded really good, so we went with it. We made the whole thing is just the drip. And so this is what it sounds like without the effects on it. And so this is how you can see how the effects work. So this is just a simple little part that I wrote. EQ'd it a little bit, made it sound a little further away, and then we threw the drip. Gives it just this little lo-fi arpy noise, and so the intro just sounds... And it's really low, although like drip stuff is low in the mix, it just sits in the back doing just as much work as it needs to do. And then we move on to the vocals. My least favorite thing at all times. I just hate doing vocals. I hate my voice, but it's fine. Minimal tuning. States far away. We de-essed it because I had a lot of sibilance in my voice that day. We chucked the CLA vocals on it instead of the Maserati, which is very strange for me. It's just vocals and harmonies, and that's easy peasy. And then upcoming we have the... I never ended up recording acoustic guitar. I can just remove that track. We have the drums coming in here in a minute, and these were super fun to write. Oh, the bass line. I forgot to go over the bass line. All right, so I have this little bass line that I added in. Just nice, simple, like 80s style bass. Then we threw in some drums. She's carried my tender heart closer still and far. And then we decided we wanted to do a whole different thing for the end. So we're using this automation again. We're going to wet this guitar right here. In this little section, we're going to wet an acoustic guitar noise, which is just going to sound like this. We're going to make an acoustic guitar riser using that reverse thing from another video, and throw little drums in there. And what I did with the drums to kind of build them in and out is I used automation to create an envelope, which is going to kind of choke the sound. It's going to thin it out like this. It's going to kind of eat up all of the bass. It's a pass filter basically. And I also threw a bunch of reverb on there, so it's just going to build and build and build slowly as we go further. We decided to change the timing. I believe the original time signature was 7/4 because I hate myself. And we decided to go, I think it was 15 something. I don't remember fully. I remember Tripp saying something about it. Don't remember what we finalized on, but I don't know how music works. And then, fun fact about that little... It's an acoustic guitar, but I used a bottle opener. I couldn't find my brass slide, which is what I would usually use for a slide guitar. Couldn't find it, so I used a bottle opener. And we got this, like, really shitty sounding noise. But you know what? I'm gonna make shitty work for me. So what I did was I threw a bunch of pedals on. We made it really wet. Threw the drip on there, because of course I did. And so this is what one of them sounds like with it. We threw it, we got a fader, we've got weird reverb and some delay. And so what these both sound like now with all those effects. And it just added a lot. It like really just made it really nice. And then coming from there, we have further into the song, we did another little riser. we'll do this choral arrangement first. I just wanted something to thicken it. So I sang some fun little choral bits. Just chucked a fat reverb. And it just really added quite a bit. We have a sub coming in here. Just to really fatten it up. We've got this little ethereal chord situation, and then something, I wanted some grime, so I added this like really grimy analog bass that just sounds disgusting, and I love it. It just like really, I don't know. I was feeling very Stranger Things towards the end of this project, which is bizarre because it's not how it started. It started out as a love song, and I don't know how it started out as like a discount love math rock song, and I don't know how we ended up here, but I'm so happy we did. And then we have, so I'm going to show you how the drum automation works. So you can kind of hear it sort of opens up. And it gets wetter and fuller. And this is a super fun drum line to write as well. Just really simple, classic, like peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys, baby. And it just gets louder and louder until it's the full drum. And then you end up with the whole song. And it just, I'm really proud of this one. We pulled this off in an hour. 1 hour. And it's like maybe my favorite thing that I've put out in a long time. So I don't know. I'm really proud of it. As far as mixing and mastering goes, in that hour, I'm a lazy beach. I just threw the master assistant on, put it on medium intensity, and then played with some stereo imaging to kind of bring it from feeling like it sounds here to feeling like it sounds here. So it sounded very thin without that, so I can show you what it sounds like without it. And this is with it on. It just really brings a nice mastered feel to it. And so this is the longest video I've made for one of these, but here's the whole thing.
Barrel chest, I love your eyes. Formation states far away, close the space. Carried by a tender heart, heavy-handed non-stop. She's carried my tender heart closer still than far apart, craving sweetness, empty mouth, shed the skin we can't get out.
And that's that little tune. I hope you liked it. Again, thanks for vibing. And thanks for being nice to me. That's really cool. These little 1 hour challenges that I've been doing live on stream were super fun, and I really miss doing them. I need to get my MacBook back so that I can do them with no latency, because the latency on this was like 80% of the problem and why I stopped doing it. But anyway, thanks for being nice. I appreciate y'all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.